लेट्स स्टार्ट विद टुडेज थीम्स एनालिसिस। आज का सबसे पहला टॉपिक है क्रॉस टॉक वैनिंग इम्यूनिटी अगेंस्ट जापानीज एंसेफेलाइटिस वर्सन्स द डेंगू। इसका बेसिक कंटेक्स्ट क्या है? रीसेंट रिसर्च फ्रॉम नेपाल हाईलाइट्स हाउ वैनिंग इम्यूनिटी टू जापानीज encephalitis virus worsens the dengue outcomes. So both JE and dengue belongs to flavivirus genus, share similar transmission, that is the mosquito borne, and interact immunologically. Key findings की अगर हम बात करें, interactions between JE and dengue immunity. Waning immunity to JEV increases the risk and severity of the dengue. So JE vaccination initially protective, but antibody levels decline after 5 years. Patients with mid-range JEV antibody titers had higher risk of severe dengue. Clinical data की अगर हम बात करें, study included dengue patients aged between 15 to 65 years in Dharan, Nepal. Samples collected during 3 major outbreaks: 2019, 2022 and 2023. So patients with waning JE immunity 3.4x higher risk of developing severe dengue. Wider implications की अगर हम बात करें, similar immune cross reactivity seen with other flaviviruses, that is Zika, West Nile, and populations may enter a middle zone where immunity insufficient for protection but stronger enough to worsen the diseases. Role of climate change: rising temperatures plus extended monsoons, dengue spreading to new areas where it was earlier sporadic. Example, India faces similar climate-linked risk as Nepal. Public health significance की अगर मैं बात करूँ, sustained JE vaccination plus timely booster doses essential. Then cross flavivirus interactions must be factored into vaccination policies. Failure to maintain high JE immunity may indirectly worsen the dengue burden. So if we talk about with respect to UPSC, both JE and dengue flaviviruses mosquito borne. JE transmitted by Culex mosquitoes, dengue by Aedes aegypti, and waning JE immunity can worsen the dengue. ये कुछ ऐसे prelims pointers हैं. Basically public safety and health sector से ज़्यादा related importance है. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है आपका इंडिया टू स्टार्ट पायलट प्रोजेक्ट्स इन वेनेजुएला. So basically India and Venezuela have agreed to launch pilot projects in priority sectors such as agriculture, pharmaceuticals, digital infrastructure, public governance, space and tourism. Venezuelan Vice Minister Raul Hernandez, not Rahul, it's Raul Hernandez, has discussed the initiatives during his visit to India, meeting officials including External Affairs Secretary P. Kumaran. Cooperation may extend to Aadhaar-based digital identity (NISG), UIDAI, and smart governance. The decisions coincide with Venezuelan strained ties with the US. Bilateral trade between India and Venezuela that stood at $2.6 billion in 2024 to 25, with Indian exports at $26 million and imports mainly crude oil at $1.6 billion, highlighting strategic economic cooperation. COP30 talks loom as major emitters dither on updating climate goals. So the upcoming COP30 climate summit in Belém, Brazil faces uncertainty as major emitters that delay updating their national determined contributions, that is NDCs, which outline targets to cut fossil fuel emissions. So far, only 29 out of 195 UN members countries have submitted revised NDCs for 2030, raising the concerns about global climate commitments. The European Union, historically a climate leader, is debating two new agreements, one legally binding to cut emissions by 90% by 2040 and achieving carbon neutrality by 2050, and another proposing a 2035 interim target. However, disagreements persist within EU members, with some, including France and Germany, preferring a later deadline. COP30 is critical as the Paris Agreement 2015 requires updated NDCs every 5 years to limit global temperature rise. That is below 2 degrees Celsius, ideally 1.5 degrees Celsius. Diplomats warn that without stronger commitments, COP30 risks becoming symbolic rather than a decisive moment for the global climate change. Next topic है आपका EU India partnership set for upgrade. So European Union and India are preparing to upgrade their strategic partnership, focusing on trade, technology, defense, security and climate cooperation. The EU's new strategic agenda highlights India's role as a key partner amid global challenges, particularly concerning the supply chain resilience, digital transitions and clean energy. However, hurdles remain, including India's continued oil imports from Russia and military ties with Moscow as are seen as obstacles by the Brussels. Despite differences, both sides stress the importance of deepening the ties with upcoming high-level meetings aimed at advanced free trade negotiations and expanding collaborations in the critical technologies, connectivity and sustainable development. A little known resistance in Malabar region during the run up to independence. Background की अगर हम बात करें तो Malabar rebellion also known as the Mopla revolt, इसे बहुत famous form में Mopla revolt भी कहते हैं. Let me write down the spelling. That was a major peasant uprising in the present day Kerala, initially tied to Khilafat movement and non-cooperation movement. It was led largely by the Muslim peasants, that is the Mappilas, against the British colonial authorities and local landlords, predominantly the Hindu Jainmis. So new historical works argue it was more than a communal uprising, highlighting joint Hindu-Muslim anti-colonial रेजिस्टेंस. कॉजेज़ क्या थे? वी ऑल नो कि इकोनॉमिक एक्सप्लॉयटेशन था. ये इसके ऊपर आपको ये जो मॉडर्न इंडियन हिस्ट्री की बुक है उसमें आपको मिल जाएगा. ऑपरेसिव टेनेंसी था सिस्टम अंडर द लैंडलॉर्ड्स एंड ब्रिटिश रेवेन्यू पॉलिसीज़. रिलीजियस एंड पॉलिटिकल अफेयर्स, खिलाफत सेंटिमेंट्स प्लस एंटी कॉलोनियल स्ट्रगल्स. सोशल जोग्राफी, मलाबार विद इट्स हिस्ट्री ऑफ हिंदू मुस्लिम कोएग्जिस्टेंस became a site of collective resistance. What is the nature of the movement? Against British rule and landlords aligned with them. Anti-colonial struggle tha, that was against the British rule and landlords. Peasant uprising thi, widespread participation of the marginalized peasants. Religious Khilafat dimension, faith-driven mobilization blended with nationalist policies. Communal angle tha. While some violence targeted the Hindus, historians caution against reducing the movement to communal strife alone. What were the key features? Leaders like Ali Musler and Variam Kunamit Haji played central roles. So rebels established short-lived parallel administrations in some regions, seen as both part of wider Indian freedom struggle and a reflection of local socio-economic tensions. Consequences: brutal British suppression, thousands were killed, imprisoned, deported, long-term scars in communal relations in Kerala. Movement remains debated, nationalist struggle versus the communal violence. ये इम्पॉर्टेंट है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू हिस्ट्री. प्रीलिम्स के बेसिस पे तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. साथ ही साथ मेंस में भी कभी कभी क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं पीजेंट मूवमेंट्स के ऊपर. नेक्स्ट आपका टॉपिक है जीनोसाइड इन गाजा. इंडिया शुड स्पीक अप अगेंस्ट Israel's atrocities. So UN Commission of Inquiry has concluded that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza, citing the killings, severe harm and actions aimed at destroying the Palestinians. Since Hamas' October 7, 2023 attack, over 65,000 Palestinians, many women and children have been killed in 23 months. Despite global outrage, Israel continues its offensive, worsening the displacement and isolation. France, UK, and others may soon recognize Palestinian statehood while the EU considers trade sanctions. The US shields Israel, limiting accountability. Once a strong supporter of Palestine, India has stayed silent, but the article urges New Delhi to speak up against the atrocities and leverage influence. Let Giga counters, not guesses, shape Iran actions. So, article discusses the growing concerns around the Iran's nuclear program and the need for evidence-based responses rather than speculation. Recent reports indicate Iran has enriched uranium close to weapons-grade levels, raising the alarm globally. The International Atomic Energy Agency highlights the Iran's lack of transparency and absence of verifiable monitoring as inspectors face restrictions, while the US and allies push for stricter action. Iran's strategic calculations are also shaped by its geopolitical ties with Russia and China, particularly after the Ukraine war. The author stresses that without verified data, assumptions risk escalating tensions unnecessarily. Instead, the focus should be on restoring robust inspections, diplomatic negotiations, and updated agreements. India, given its balanced relations in the West Asia and membership in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, could play a constructive role by supporting the IAEA's monitoring, promoting dialogue, and ensuring Iran's nuclear activities remain peaceful and within internationally verifiable limits. A judicial nudge following stuck legislative business. The article examines the Supreme Court's intervention regarding the delays in implementing the Women's Reservation Act 2023, which reserves one-third of the seats in legislatures for women but ties enforcement to yet to be conducted delimitation and consensus exercises. The court recently sought clarity on timeline, reflecting concerns about the indefinite postponement. Historically, India's constitutional provisions, Articles 82-170, mandate periodic delimitation, but political decisions have stalled it since 2001, with the next exercise expected only after the 2031 consensus. This effectively delays women's representation for over a decade. The court's query highlighting the judicial nudges when legislative and executive inaction obstruct constitutional promises. The article stresses the urgency of legislative accountability, arguing that women's reservation cannot be indefinitely linked to delimitation. It concludes that Parliament must act decisively to ensure timely implementation, balancing the separation of powers while preventing constitutional guarantees from being reduced to political tokenization or bureaucratic delays. So this is the last topic of the day. Amid US tariff row, PM pushes local production. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while laying the foundation stone for PM Mitra Textile Park in Madhya Pradesh, Dhar, urged the citizens to adopt Swadeshi Mantra by buying only Indian-made products. He stressed that embracing locally manufactured goods will strengthen the economy and pave the way for a developed India by 2047. His remarks came amid an ongoing India-US trade dispute over tariffs on Indian products. Modi emphasized that ensuring goods are domestically produced keeps wealth within the country and supports development. So he also highlighted the armed forces' strength, recalling Operation Sindoor against Pakistan as an example of national resolve. So that's all for the day. Here I end my analysis. Thank you and have a nice day. I request you to like and subscribe my channel.